Yo, what up bitches, MBR here. Today we're going to be doing a short 5-minute video guide on Nasus. We're going to be looking at his runes, masteries and how to build him. So why choose Nasus for the top lane? The reason you pick Nasus is because he's the strongest top lane champion when it comes to the late game. If you farm up his Q to a medium level, or if you're able to free farm your Q, you will ram his staff up any other champion's asshole, and that is straight out, no doubt about it. But he has a very weak early game, and this is what you have to get past, and this is why people will try and pick champions like Garen and Renekton and stuff to counter you, and the jungler needs to camp your top lane, because if they don't camp your top lane and you're able to farm your Q, it's GG. So when playing Nasus, you want to be taking your Siphon Strike at level 1 and maxing it out by level 9. This is your most important move, as for every minion that you last hit when your Q is activated, you gain an additional 3 damage on your Q. You want to be looking to get around 100 points per 10 minutes minimum. If you're able to do that and you lose out on other minions, do not worry about that. As long as you're able to last hit your Q here and there, that's all that matters, because eventually you will outscale your opponent, no doubt about it. After maxing out your Q, you then want to max out your Wither, which is your W. This is your second most important move with Nasus, taking points at level 2, 8, 10, 12, 13. With this move, you're able to age your target, slowing their movement speed by 35% and reducing it further to reach 47, 59, 71, 83 and 95% slow at the end of 5 seconds when you have a max level. Also, not to forget that their attack speed is reduced by half the amount of what you slowed them for, so this is a must to be placed on AD carries in teamfight. After maxing your W, you then want to look to max your E, which is your Spirit Fire, taking points at level 3, 14, 15, 17 and 18. Your Spirit Fire causes an AoE effect on the ground, initially doing a burst of damage to your opponent. If they stay in the circle, they will take an additional damage per second, and on top of this, their armor is reduced by 20, 25, 30, 35 and 40 depending on level maxed. And finally, we have the ultimate Fury of the Sands, which you max at 6, 11 and 16. This is what makes Nasus the true boss man and why I love him so much. You become double the size of what you are, and you gaining an additional 300, 450 and 600 health depending on level, 50 bonus attacks range and 100 bonus cast range, just making you an absolute monster. This only lasts for 15 seconds, but on top of this you do constant AoE damage to your opponent whilst they are next to you, and you're someone that they do not want to mess with, and in team fights everyone will be running away from you. For my masteries, I like to take 21 points down the utility tree and 9 down defensive. The reason for this is through the utility tree I gain an additional 3 lifesteal, 2 gold every 10 seconds, and increases my starting gold by 50. Along with that, I also gain 5 gold for melee champions and 3 gold for ranged champions each time I perform a basic attack on them with a 5-second cooldown, and also I gain 6% cooldown reduction plus 3% movement speed. I can never beat that movement speed. For my runes, I go for a bit of a mix. I have 3 Quints of Lifesteal, 9 marks of attack damage, 9 seal of armor, 2 glyphs of cooldown reduction, 4 glyphs of scaling cooldown reduction, and 3 glyphs of scaling Masteries. So to start off the game as Nasus, I generally go for my Rejuvenate Beard and a Fairy Charm, along with 2 pots and a ward, thanks to my utility masteries, and I have that additional gold allowing me to do that. Through having this, it allows me to build into a Philosopher's Stone, which I really like because it gives you the gold for 5, so that if you're not actually farming minions because your opponent's pushing you out of lane, you get gold in that respect, you get mana and health, and it allows you to trade with your opponent a bit better because of the additional mana regen you get. From there, I look to get standard boots just for a bit of additional movement speed, continuously buying wards as you do not want to be getting ganked as Nasus, as it will set you behind and we don't want that. From there, I will look to get my Glacial Shroud and my Sheen if I'm laning against an AD opponent to turn into my Iceborne Gauntlet. That's why I will rush towards too, because it's what makes you OP as a Nasus. But for example, if you're against an AP opponent, then I look to go to my Spiritual Zarge, obviously building the Spectre's Cow first. And then from there, I look to add additional health to my build with the Giant Spell, looking to go into a Warmogs. Also, a Sunfire Cape can be nice, and I think also an important item in your build is the random's Omen. because of the armor and the health it gives you along with the active. Additional items which you can see on the right hand side are a GA, a Banshee's Veil, a Hydra if you want more sort of damage, a Triforce you can go for instead of the Iceborne, but I much prefer the Iceborne because it's slow, and the Thornmail if they have quite an AD heavy team. A Thornmail is always good for shutting down the AD carry or anyone else. So just going over 5 minutes now. Hopefully this short little video has told you enough that you need to know about Nasus to go onto Summoner's Rift and shove your staff up some little noob's assholes. If you'd like to know more about Nasus and what else to do on him, drop me a message in the comment section below and I'll try and get back to you when I can. If you feel that I should expand these videos a little bit longer, maybe say into 10 minutes to include some sort of gameplay of Nasus, please let me know. I'm open to changes. This is my first kind of a video doing a short little burst like this, so hopefully it's been informative. You guys enjoyed. Take it easy and have a good day. Peace.